Executive communication is the key to rapid career growth, and it's the reason that people with less education or experience or technical skills often get promoted over the more qualified coworkers. In this video, I'm going to share my top 5 tips to make executive communication simple and effective. To make this crystal clear, I'm going to walk you through some of the mistakes that I've made and the ones I frequently see others make. And then I'm going to explain to you how to fix them so that you can move forward with confidence. By the end, you're going to know exactly how to apply these tips to communicate more effectively and take your career to the next level. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is thinking that the purpose of executive communication is to impress. This is a mistake because when we feel like we need to impress somebody, we try to puff ourselves up. We put ourselves above the audience to try to be impressive. This mistake comes from social media, and usually it's telling us that we need to make a strong first impression. But think about it. When you're trying to be proud and grand and excited, it creates a feeling that you're trying to look better than someone and show them why you're better than them. This communication mindset always comes across as inauthentic, and it rubs off the wrong way, can actually backfire, making you look egotistical or arrogant. If you think the point of executive communication is to impress, the solution is to shift your mindset. The real purpose is not to impress, but to impact. And what this means is seeing your audience as your equals. They aren't above you or beneath you. You don't need to pretend to be somebody that you're not. Don't feel like you have to put on a persona. Just be present and focus on making an impact, because when you focus on making an impact, that's when you make the best contributions. That's when you're able to give the most thorough insights possible. Simply shifting the way that you think about executive communication will cause you to show up differently. You'll naturally show up calmly, confident, and as a leader. So speak to impact, not to impress. Mistake number 2 in executive communication is failing to create a fair exchange through your communication. At the executive level, you're dealing with a group of individuals coming together, and each with their own unique skills and values and their different perspectives. These values drive their thoughts, their actions, and decisions. However, because everyone has different priorities, this often leads to conflict. Sometimes another person's values might seem so different from yours that they appear to contradict each other. But at the core, everyone is asking the same question. How can I fulfill my values and achieve my goals? That's literally it. And this is where strong executive communication becomes so crucial. Your goal isn't to share information, it's to solve problems and to come out united on the other side. And to do this, you're going to need to focus on creating a fair exchange. You could ask yourself, how can I help fulfill what's important to them while also addressing what's important to me? This is the foundation of meaningful relationships and effective collaboration. Here's the mistake that often happens. People come into these conversations and simply share information. They share data, they share updates and reports. And the problem with this approach is that it doesn't create a fair exchange. It's transactional, not collaborative. To elevate your communication to executive level, you're going to need to go beyond just delivering facts. Instead, focus on aligning your goals with others' priorities. The solution is really simple to make. Make sure your communication addresses what's important to everyone involved. And this approach assures that everybody feels valued and creates the foundation for a stronger, more productive relationship. Mistake number 3, not developing communication skills at all. The first 2 tips were about mindset, but this one is all about your skill set. And many career professionals spend years working hard to develop their technical skills. They go to school, earn certifications, get degrees, and even MBAs to become experts in their fields. These accomplishments take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money and effort to achieve. But here's what I've learned and what many others come to realize. At the executive level, technical skills matter less and less. What starts to matter more and more is your ability to communicate effectively. Society often calls these soft skills, but at the executive level, they're anything but soft. If you're a senior manager looking to move into the boardroom or a higher level of leadership, you're going to notice that the people who advance into leadership roles are the ones who excel at communication. That's because communication skills are where the real value lies. The mistake that many people make is focusing almost entirely on their technical expertise while neglecting to develop their communication skills. What are some communication skills at the executive level? They're more than just what you say or how you say it. Communication skills include leading effectively, guiding your team with clarity and confidence, communicating a vision, inspiring your team and getting everybody aligned with the same goals, listening to unifying voices, so making sure that every team member feels heard and working together as a cohesive unit, presenting and giving feedback, clearly articulating ideas, delivering constructive criticism, and managing conversations, navigating team culture, managing relationships and dynamics to help foster a really positive and productive environment. As you can see, communication skills go far beyond being articulate. They're about creating alignment, inspiring action, and fostering collaboration. At the executive level, these skills become really essential for advancing your career and becoming a true leader. Mistake number 4, trying to find opportunities. When I was trying to advance my career in the early days, I used to spend hours on Google and LinkedIn scrolling through job postings, and I'd go to networking events, and I'd hope I'd hear about the next big opportunity, and then I'd wait for something to happen. But that approach was where I went wrong. Everything changed for me when I stopped chasing opportunities and instead focused on becoming more discoverable. The key isn't about searching for opportunities. It's about becoming the person that opportunities find. For example, if there's something super unique or noteworthy about you, use it to position yourself for the next level in your career. Think about a role that really excites you. Maybe one that feels fulfilling and aligned with your values and like you're a natural fit for who you are. You might not have that title yet, but you can start positioning yourself as someone who belongs there. Positioning is what makes you stand out and become discoverable. When you focus on this, the right roles, the right opportunities are going to start coming to you. People will recognize the value that you bring because you've already shown that you can fulfill the responsibilities that they're looking for. Again, it's not about waiting for the right opportunity to show up. It's about showing the world that you're ready for it. And now we come to mistake number 5, communicating what you know. I know this might sound kind of counterintuitive because we're often taught to showcase our knowledge to prove our value. But here's the problem. At the executive level, communicating what you know, so facts, information, the data, doesn't create transformation. It ends up being too much detail and doesn't leave a lasting impact. This ties back to mistake number 1, where people think the goal of executive communication is to impress. And as we discussed earlier, the correction to that mistake is to focus on impact rather than trying to impress. Now you're probably asking, what's the best way to do this? Instead of simply communicating what you know, focus on articulating your principles, the thought processes, the frameworks behind your knowledge. And when you communicate this at a deeper level, you demonstrate higher level thinking and significantly increase how others perceive the value that you bring. Now you know the 5 most common mistakes that people make with executive communication, and more importantly, how to fix them. By applying these solutions, you're going to be able to communicate like top executives and take big steps forward in your career. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.